So adaptive indoor climbing is just like regular climbing. It just has a little more extra emphasis on safety. We'll just have a standard climb with a regular belay system, someone to push them up the wall and someone to assist on the side. A lot of our volunteers are basically just there to be assisting, and certain volunteers have a little more experience and a little more responsibility. For people who can't get on the wall whatsoever, we use something called a Wellman chair. My main job when I'm there is running the Wellman. It's not a very technical system, but it's a lot of straps, a lot of coordination. So the way a Wellman works is our athletes will sit in it, and it will cut their weight either in half, by thirds, or from 4 times. Using something called a repeater, where they're pulling their hands up and pulling their hands down, pulls them up a couple inches. If they're unable to do this motion or to hold on to the grip, a volunteer can sit underneath them in order to pull them up. They're still getting that height and that experience, but they don't have to do any of the work. So I'm basically just delegating and organizing, keeping my eye on everything, making sure everything's safe and runs smoothly. And then once the athletes have had their climb, I clean it up and I pack it up. I think the hardest thing was the overall volunteer turnover. It's very, very hard to get consistent volunteers because we're not paid. The volunteers are great. The ones that come, the consistent ones are amazing. Their value is priceless. But occupational therapy and physical therapy students are so impactful. They're a very, very easy way to get a volunteer because they're consistent, they're being graded, but they're also there because they have some sort of benefit for their lifelong career. It becomes a way for them to get that interpersonal connection skills of working with all different types of diagnoses and types of people of all ages. That's a really important skill that healthcare workers and students need. I love being involved with Catalyst. I love the way it makes me feel. And sometimes I want to sleep in, but you get to the event and they're like, wow, I'm so happy I did that. Providing athletes the opportunity to socialize, the opportunity to do something they may have never done before, and the smile that they always have is usually something that puts you all the way through it. Being a part of Catalyst is one of the best decisions I've ever made.